Hello Dollar Box. I'm doing an intro to this mail day video. Just to give you a heads up, you'll want to watch the video till the end. There will be some instructions on there on how you can enter the 100 subscriber giveaway and what those prizes are. Yo YouTube, and welcome back to another mail day video. I got a good assortment of stuff here. I've got some rare stuff, some shiny stuff, some inserts, lots of PSA cards, and a lot. So we'll start with the lot. This is a lot of modern stuff. I don't know if you remember, in a previous video I talked about looking to buy a lot more ultra modern FARV cards. Don't have a ton in stock and they do pretty well. So I found this lot for a really good deal. Actually, let me just get them all out of here first. And we'll go through these pretty cheap. Nothing super fancy in here, but there's some cards I didn't even have any of in stock, which is always a nice thing when you buy a lot. So here's I think this is 2020. Yeah, 2020 Legacy. I think this is out of the, I don't know if that's a Tmall product or what with the Chinese back there, but anyway. So lasting legacies, I do have the 101 of this that you would have seen in a previous video. It's an Upper Deck mini jersey base card. Didn't have any of these left in the store, so that was good. One of my favorite inserts, I think it's a little underrated. Obviously this is just the Donruss base version, but there is some like laser parallels and stuff like that. But based on the comic trend in cards with kabooms and marvels and all those inserts exploding, this is a nice little 90s comic book designed card. Didn't have any of these in the store either, so I think that was a good one to get to add. Here's the 2018. This is the Classics, but it's the Chrome parallel. The Donruss Classics. Didn't have one of those in the store either. Here's an 18 Contenders ticket. I got plenty of those. Flashback. The gold versions. This is 2020 and 2019. I didn't have any of the golds left. I sold them all. So nothing too fancy, just leaf cards. Old school colors. Of 18 Contenders. Not sure why this is in there. It's pretty random versus the ultra modern stuff, but 98 Topps. Never go wrong getting Topps cards. A couple of these Classics Composers inserts, which I was also out of stock in with. Fleer Tradition Glossy. Such a great card. It looks like the old 50s cards. I like those a lot. Here's a Valor 2014, I believe. Yeah, 2014. Then a handful of these 2018 Donruss base. Got a bunch of those already, but here's a Legacy from 2019, I believe, and I didn't have any of these in stock either, so nice addition. Legends. This is 20, I believe. Yeah, this is the Legends subset in 2020 Legacy. Nice to add a few of those. Here's a 95 Pinnacle. Again, pretty random in a modern lot, but 2004 honors. 2001 premium Fleer. It's a 99 Omega. Underrated cards in my opinion. They do sell well. This is a Gridiron Legends, or Gridiron, what does it say up there? Yeah, Gridiron Legends out of 2013 Topps. A little insert. Didn't have any of these left either. This is 2001 Impressions out of Pacific. Couple of 2001 Topps base. And here's some of the base, or the regular flashbacks, if you want to call them that. I don't know if they're base cards, but just the black and whites. So there's some 19 and there's some 20. 2020. Here's a Power Deck Auxiliary Power card. These were the cards where you got a little CD card. Oops. A little CD card in each pack. I think you got one in each pack. But anyway, you'd put the little CD in your computer and it would show you video highlights of that player. It was kind of cool. 2002 Topps. 2002 Topps stuff is tough to come by. So, believe it or not, it sounds weird, but the base and then the weekly wrap-up card. I was happy to get a couple more of those. I don't see them often. There's a whole bunch of Prism Draft. I think this is 19, right? Yeah, 2019. I have a hard time remembering what set goes with what year. These are the 20s. 20s are easier for me to remember because I busted a couple boxes of it. So I have a ton of those, but they're Prism. So people do come by and scoop up Prism. There's a couple more of those. Fleer Tradition. 2000 Metal. Metal is highly, I mean, the inserts do well, especially like the precious metal gems and stuff, but I think the regular cards are highly underrated. Those were some of the best sets of all time. 96 Leaf. So I will pick up metal stuff whenever I can. There's a 07 Rookies and Stars, a couple of those. MVP from Upper Deck insert, Team MVP. Fleer Maximum. I think this was 03. 02. A lot of these are 2002 cards, which are great. That was a really, in my opinion, it must have been a really short printed year because I have a hard time getting 2002 cards. And they do sell extremely well besides. Here's an 04 Ultra. That's a good one. 93 Headliners. Insert. 04 Rookies and Stars. A couple of these draft 75th anniversary, excuse me. These were 2010. Those do okay. Anything in the Falcons uniform usually does pretty well. 95 Pinnacle. Speaking of being in the rookie uniform. A couple of 07 Donruss Classics. Again, all these are pretty good sellers, so I really liked this lot because of that. Here's an 04 Limited die cut. Skybox Limited die cut. Don't see those super often either. Another 95 Pinnacle. I think we had the whole run of the club. This is that Favre subset, the club collection. There's like 5 or 6 cards in it. Again, another card that doesn't come up real often. This is Fleer Inscribed. Really nice looking classy cards out of 04. 2002, 2003, and 2004 can be tough to get cards. 2004 Bowman, a couple of those. Oh, you got a few more of those Black and white flashbacks out of Leaf. Here's an action pack out of Rookies and Stars. I think this is an insert. Yeah. Nice. I like getting horizontal cards once in a while. Here's a 14 Prism. The 14 Prisms do well. 16 Playoff. I think that's 16, right? 17. Here's a 2008 Masterpieces. Another great set. Painted style pictures on canvas type cards. Nice gold border. And the paperback. Great cards. A couple of classics. One more classics. Donruss Classic. Donruss Classics. And then a bunch of tickets. And there's 2 different years in here. Yep. A ton of these 2019 tickets. Contender stuff does pretty well. Also, probably maybe 30 of them in there. And then here's some 20 tickets. I would say any of the stuff from the last couple of years is good to have. You just can't get product. So people haven't been able to break stuff, and you know, they want certain cards, they just go buy the singles. Plus the products are so expensive. If you're looking, like when I'm looking for Favre cards generally out of a break, it doesn't pay for me to buy a box. Here's another one of those Club Pinnacle ones, and then we'll finish it with a 94, I think it is, 96 Skybox Impact. So that's that lot. I like that one. There's some good potential in there. That's all stuff to sell. I didn't need anything out of it. And I bought an 11 Up insert out of 2001 Game Time. Got it really cheap. This is the first card I bought where the seller was using the standard envelope program and had actually affordable shipping. So I'm looking forward to buying more and more single cards now that sellers have dropped shipping prices. That's going to be a big advantage for me. So there's 11 Up. Really neat little die cut clipboard looking design. So the other thing I like about this is the hull bound ones here. I mean, if you look at the list here, there's a lot that are not in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Emmett is. I can't remember if Randall McDaniel is. Excuse me. Bruce Matthews. Rice, obviously. Brown, I don't know. So it's interesting that was their list of Hall of Fame potentials. Bought this one. This was for my PC. I didn't realize how off-centered the stamping was on the top. So a little disappointing there. I'll obviously have to try to find another copy. This is numbered out of 149. It's the gold parallel, I believe. Nice looking card otherwise. Hey, thank you all for watching, and today is a celebration. Not only is it the Super Bowl, but we also hit 100 subscribers and growing on this channel. We're actually at 122 today. I want to do a giveaway today to celebrate these occasions. So who better than to give away than Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. So I've got these two, I think these are 2019, two 2019 Contenders ticket cards. I know it's not a lot, but look at it this way. No matter what, you're receiving a card of the Super Bowl champion quarterback from this season. And that's nothing to sneeze at. So thank you again for being a subscriber to the Dollar Box. If you're not already a subscriber, in order to win these two cards, you need to put a like on this video and be a subscriber. And then I want you to comment in the comment section who you think will win, the Patriots or the Chiefs. Good luck. I got already have one of these, but super, super rare. I don't see them come up often. It was $7, free shipping. I thought it's a pretty good pickup. I'll throw it in the store. It's numbered out of 300. It's a great looking card out of Collector's Edge Odyssey in 99, I believe. So this is the 2-minute warning. So they did a whole scale of cards. So there's actually a overtime version too, which I think is numbered out of 50. There's one of those on eBay right now for $129. So I thought $7 for this one was pretty good investment. And then I bought one of these. This is Edge Showtime. These were a really tough pull. Got that acetate there. You can see my finger behind the card. I don't have one of these for my PC, so I bought this for myself. Numbered out of 500. Like I said, you don't see these often, and usually when they get listed, they're expensive. So I was happy to pick this up at a really good price. Then I picked up 2 more of these. I hoard these. I think this is my 7th or 8th one of these. The seller had a couple of these. He was asking a little more than I like to pay on them, so since it was 2, I made an offer on him and he took it. So this is from a one-off set called Proline Gems. It ran in 97, the year after the Packers won the Super Bowl, so it was very convenient for them. And it has a little piece of diamond right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. Where he's wearing his Super Bowl ring. I just think they're amazing. I like the photo. I like the close-up of the ring. The piece of diamond in there. They're numbered out of 1997. And I'm just going to keep buying them as I find them for the price I like and see how many I can get. Here's another one. This one's numbered 1160. They're all hand numbered. This one's 1700. So I don't know who sat down and wrote all the numbers on 1997 of these, but very, 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 very cool, unique cards. And then the last raw before we get to the PSAs is this one. I just adore this card. Usually they're put up at pretty high prices. I got this for what I thought was a really good price. Numbered down to 175. These were Topps sealed. Still sealed on the Topps label. So this is the Gold X Fractor. You can see on the top there. And it has great Packer colors to it. It really goes with the uniform, and nice shot of him throwing the ball right at you. I like how the 4 really shines in the gold. So the neat, honeycomb pattern in the background. I just think this is an amazing card, and has a lot of potential to grow in value. Besides, as more and more collectors are focusing on Topps parallels from those years. Now I've got PSA cards, so I bought a PSA 10 Topps 92, his first Topps year. Thought I overpaid for this, but I bought it well before the big jump now in the vintage cards. So those are going for more than what I sold them for. I sold one last year for $100, and I thought that was a lot, because I think I bought my first one for like $20, but they're doing better than that now. Here's a 97 Finest with coating, the Uncommon Field Generals version, PSA 10. And I believe all these PSA cards are 10s. So I got a nice lot of investment cards this past week. And this one is a prime example of what I made a video of not that long ago about not listing it well. The seller didn't make a good description of this and paid the price, essentially. didn't get his price, if you will. I got this extremely cheap. So I was very happy about that. That's a great one for the PC. Then I've got a bunch of cards that I bought from 4 Sharp Corners. They were doing a sale on their PSA 10s, and I had a coupon, or I had points or whatever their frequent buyer program thing is. So I bought some cards that I thought were a good value and I don't see real often, especially in 10s. So here's an 04 Fleer Hot Prospects. This is the Draft Rewind parallel card. I like this one a lot because it just focuses on you know, Brett's position in the draft. It's a 91 draft. He was the 33rd pick. And it has a nice little write up to his experience in the draft. So I just think that's a really nice card. These are all brand new graded too. You can tell they're in the newest holder with the watermark in the back. So I like that. Here's a 2002 score. So if you were paying attention in the earlier part of the video, I talked about how 2002 cards are extremely difficult to come across. I think raw in the score I have maybe 3 or 4 copies, which is unbelievable because most of the years score was basically printed to demand, you know, high print numbers, and they're not hard to get, and I would have stacks of them, but the 2002 ones don't come around much, so picked up a 10 of that. 2010 Threads. I do have quite a few of these raw, but again, for this price, to get a 10, it's less than the cost of grading. Why not? And Vikings cards of him have definitely heated up. I'm selling quite a few of those as well, so it's a good pickup. I liked this set a lot. This was Legendary Cuts out of 2002, so again, a 2002 card. I just sold one of these raw. I think I have maybe one raw one left, so you don't see them often. And just to put it in perspective, I have about 30,000 FARV cards, so if I have 2 of a card, that means they're fairly rare. It's not numbered, it's just a base card. I get all that, but population does matter. And this one is in the Lighthouse holder. Last one was too, actually. So PSA 10 of that. The point of this set was to do, they did like cut cards. It was kind of a popular thing in baseball. Do cut signatures of, you know, older or deceased players. And they did that with football, but they just did it for the 1 year. Here's a 96 Impact MVP. PSA 10. There's 5 cards in the set. I think I have 3 of them in a PSA 10. So this one is what I'm going to add to it. This has 2 different years in it. It says 90, I think it says 96, 1996 down here for the print year. And there's also a version that says 95 in the print year. So this is the corrected one. I believe the corrected one is more common, but that's okay with me. 2006 Leaf, certified materials. These can be difficult to grade deceptively. The foil is really easy to scratch on these. It's really smooth, and there can be pits and stuff like that. So to pick one up graded as a 10, to me that's the way to go, than to try to dig one out yourself, especially at that price. Again, 2004 Fleer. This is the National Trading Card Day. I did have a 9 of this, but I really like this card and I picked it up as a 10. I like the design. I like all the stats. And then just the fact that it's from National Trading Card Day back in the day. It's fun. This is one of my favorite cards of all time. I did have a 9 of this. A while ago, 4 Sharp Corners did have a 10 and a 9. And I kind of sat around and didn't buy the 10 because I always wait till I have enough of an order that I get free shipping. And just wasn't enough other stuff in there that I wanted at the time. So I bought the 9 and I super regretted not buying the 10. I can get $5 or $6 for these raw. Again, they don't come up that often. And it's just nice, action-packed with the embossing. It's got all the quarterbacks, star quarterbacks from that year. And then this is it's like an insert or a, I don't remember how these came, if they were in packs or what, but the number is BS1 and it's back to school. So there was like a whole series of back to school cards. And it's got this awesome 90s PSA message on the back, you know. You never stop learning for the elite members of the NFL Quarterback Club. It's back to school every Sunday where sometimes they get their education the hard way. And it's just great. And action-packed cards are really tricky to grade because, well, the embossing so the surface can have issues, and then they're folded over cards. So it's basically a long sheet, and then it's folded over on the top to here, and then folded over on the bottom to here. So you can see there's like a little split line here, and then they're glued together. So you can see a little bit of the white edge there, you know, where the card was folded. And they're tricky. There's these, you know, the edges are really susceptible since they're just folded over to, you know, chipping and things like that. There's a lot of foil on the back of here that can have issues. So I think to get this in a 10, that's an amazing card. Especially, again, at that price. This is the 93 Collector's Edge. First year of Collector's Edge. I had a copy of this. I think I had it in like a 8 or something. I don't know how I would have graded that low. It must have been off-centered. But so an upgrade, again, in my PC. Great looking card. These were kind of like they're supposed to be a plastic card and indestructible, will never have soft corners, and they weren't really wrong. They were actually pretty nice cards. You could almost bend them in half and they would sort of pop back. So, but other quality control issues, of course. They had some centering issues and some of the print was off. The serial numbers came on after the printing process, after the original printing of the card, so when they would put them on, sometimes they would be off and be across the pictures and stuff like that. But 93 first edition, so this was the very first year Edge came out, and they had a nice little run, so it's nice to have a PSA 10 of that first year card. So that's it. That's the mail for the last few days. I do have an amazing lot coming in that I'm going to do a special video of just that. I know some of the cards that are in it and they're amazing, and I don't know all of them, so I want to open it with you in the video and see what kind of awesomeness there is. It was sent to me on January 15th. It got lost in Cincinnati for a while, and so we had to open a investigation on the package. Package was found and it's now in transit. So I still have no idea when it's going to be here. Cincinnati isn't very far from where I am. So I'm hoping Monday or Tuesday that one will arrive and we can review that and have some fun. But otherwise, that's it for today. We'll see you soon.